Alright, here's our speed on the dock ones, which took us an hour last time. But no longer. Yeah, it took us 75 minutes, I think, the first time to go through Gook and Shrez. And we ended up turning that down to 14 minutes. Let's work that same magic here. Super Soldier is a massive exaggeration, but... Look, I was respawn. Very convenient. Thank you for the time bonus. Okay. So there are some areas where it's just like doing a whole silo instead of doing a whole, oh, okay, there's more to get up here anyways, we can't get from here. But there's sections where it's like doing a whole silo or a block or whatever. Instead of, well, a whole silo instead of a block. We should be mindful of these. Let's see if I get this guy to respawn, actually. Yeah, see? The group of containers, that's still quite a lot of points got by doing that. Now, what do you want? Yellow. I'm generally ignoring Artie. The thing is, it's also really nice to be able to decide what to paint things just for maximum points. So, on one, if whatever Artie's telling you to do is good for you, is in your interest, then that's one thing. But at the same time, if it's not, it could just be you're wasting time being made to paint something like all one color, for instance. That's not going to give you any points. There are like 2 missions where you're told to turn things rainbow, and that probably does give you a massive paint bonus. Well, a pretty good one. This is like 6 colors instead of a whole 7, but still. Let's just drop down in here and get all the radiant saved. It's not a whole lot of points in the end, honestly, but oh well. Is everything here just Artie? That's a bit of a pain if so. Okay, get that blue again. Don't really have any other... Yeah, just don't have any other colors available right here. You gotta find out where the hotspots are, where you have access to a whole bunch of new colors at once. Camera. You have to take advantage of that. Yeah, everything's just arty right now. It's a little annoying. Fine, it's quick, easy points. Since I'm not going to get many otherwise. No! Seems like. Okay. Some points. Not really any colors to get up here. These containers even count as a group anyways? Do they not? There's so many cases where something just doesn't count. I'm gonna get out of here. This place feels like a wasteland of points. That's our final task, which we probably won't do, because we're going to get a whole bunch of points prior to that instead. Probably gives you a lot of points, it's just I don't know how many points it gives me, so... Bunch of monuments everywhere. Still like doing those. What do you want exactly here? Okay, that is a bunch of different colors. That might be kind of good. So I might get a large point bonus for that. Oh no! Okay, well, I don't have the lower parts painted anyways. Trying to paint the lower parts is actually a real problem here. So now I need to kind of just come back down here and paint this. But I can stay up here for a moment. Paint this first. I can drop down. Go. And get purple here to paint this part. Now I need more yellow again. I mean, not yellow, I need... Well, I do need more yellow again. It's a thing. Nunchuck, stop it! So I can come up and get the blue up here again. Let's click on the blue down here. Ah, shoot! Okay. Hold on. There, jeez. Well, that's a lot of points. That was worth doing, probably. That was a little bit more painstaking than I would have liked. That was just a mission and something that gave me a huge bonus in its own right, so it was good to do. Zip your easy points. Alright, red we say. So you better hit some red paint pots, the ones that are absolutely everywhere. Okay. I figured. So it is in fact red we need to be. No surprise. So it seems like you don't get a bonus for finishing containers on the boat or something, if I understood correctly last time we were on the boat, and if I'm remembering correctly. In that case... Oh. That's why I didn't get a time bonus from you. So I don't think there is any reason to worry about getting all the containers here. I think there's just no time bonus to get from it. Alright. Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Orange. I need 50, whoops. No problem. Get in there. Very good. It's quite possible at this point that we're not going to get H on the first try, each of these time challenges. No. I mean, it's a... Yeah, fine. It's easy because it's one... On one hand, it's one color, which is not going to give me any points. On the other hand, it's easy because it's all one color. So, gotta kind of work out the calculus here. Also, it is painting something in general, but it's not getting a lot of points for it at the same time, like I just said, so... I'm gonna stay orange while I'm doing this. And alive, for that matter. That killed the challenge too, so I lost points for that. Ah. Why'd you spawn me that way? Would be good to be painting stuff all this way. Oh well. Let's have this transform engine here. Out of habit, I still just pick up the time bonuses, but I won't usually need them, right? Whatever. And I would need some of them. I don't start with enough time to finish the stage in one go. I just have to pace on going up. Jeez, where's the paint? I wonder how I can grind points on those guys. They don't give you many points, so I guess not very well. Man, though, it doesn't feel like the game's giving me a lot to work with in terms of, like, places I can get a whole lot of points at once. I don't really know where to focus trying to get points here. Yeah. Almost got the blimp there. Could at least, I guess, go for a few different... Oh, is this one where she wants you painted a rainbow or something like that? I don't think so, because it's the right colors. I mean, I'm already doing that, so... Why not? Waiting for the boy to read here. What do you mean container is complete, game? Why are things grouped the way they are? If I can't anticipate what group something is... If I can't anticipate how things are grouped, I can't try to effectively... See, that's one group. Sometimes things just don't form a group, though, it feels like. I wouldn't mind more in the way of, missions here. So, do landmarks. How do I get up there anyways? I did not press Z. Yeah, like I'd like to get the landmarks over here, for instance, because those would probably be points, and I'm feeling a lot of pain from the points here. It's just feeling a lot hard to get any anywhere. And this transformation would be good to get too, since there is one here. Well, that takes a while. What if it was only... What if my nunchuck stopped working? I've reconnected it. Okay. What if my nunchuck wasn't registering any shaking? I made it slow, I don't know. Give me paint. Yellow. I don't have a lot of anything right now, admittedly, but... Kinda need those yellows to respawn now. I guess I can go for this in the meantime. Okay, but yeah, I'm not seeing as much in the way of like, there's not as much in the way of like groups of buildings and whatnot I can do here, so... No, there are greens here, but whatever. I'm just gonna try to make sure I don't immediately fly into the thing here, which I think happened last time I was here. So these boats, for instance, might form a group. I don't really have multiple... I don't have a good way of drawing on multiple colors while I'm here. Yes, that ship's complete, but unfortunately I don't really have good access to more than one color, so I can't get a lot of points for it. My biggest way of getting points, which is from being really careful about how I do groups, is not something I really know how to do right here. But we should probably move on. I forgot the bike showed up in a second stage. Okay, so now we have buildings here again. Do we? Not really. At least if I can identify a group of crates. But sometimes, like, I see like a group of, like, 4 piles of crates, but then 3 of them form a group and the 4th doesn't. As we saw in a recent mission, so it's a little hard to decide how to do this. Wasn't there a tanker here at one point? I used it somewhere here. It's only 3, but okay. No, don't you... I'm gonna lose my, Where's the yellow? The... Sure is proving to be an issue there. There we go. It's only 3 colors, it's not a lot. Although the bonus I get for different colors seems to vary. Maybe there are cases where a certain group gives you more or fewer points for a certain number of colors on it. I'm not quite sure. Not really how I intended for that to go. There we go. A bit more gusto. Gotta commit to the jump. Alright, that's one hazard gone. Someone is screaming somewhere. Okay. Containers probably form a group? I never know when containers form a group or they don't, honestly. And these things might form a group? So like, nope, that didn't form a group. So I was thinking, okay, maybe this will give me a color bonus, but I don't know ahead of time if it's gonna give me a color bonus or not. I can't make informed decisions like this. Like, does this thing form a group? I don't know. Stuck on the wall for a second there. That does not form a group. Okay. I mean, I just have to kind of guess what does and doesn't, because it just doesn't seem consistent. But if I can't do that, I can't get the big point bonuses for coloring things with different colors. It's actually quite tough when I just have to guess. I guess that's the thing. If you run through the stage multiple times, you can at least learn what the groups are. It isn't something I think is intended to be a challenge while the hard parts are going through a level, but it happens in practice. I don't really know where to get color points here, to be perfectly honest. Like, there's certain parts of these things form groups? I don't know. Yeah, so those silos count one, but the tubes on here don't count. So when it says silos, does it just mean the vertical parts stacked on top of each other? I legitimately cannot tell. Some more paint here and then I'll go for that mission up top. This landmark mission. Oh, that's a block for once that actually has gradients in it. 50. We do not have that actually. Good. I may need to find different strategies later on, because you do see fewer and fewer like city blocks where you can just easily chain together a bunch of stuff to get a point bonus at the end. These guys actually... Like, I always think these guys cost 20 for some reason instead of... What the... Blob! Yo, this lock-on is still ridiculous. That is indeed a tank depot. Come on. I should try to color these things lots of colors. I'll have the opportunity here. See, there we go. That's the sort of thing I need. That's where you can take advantage of the... Come on! Being stuck on this stuff is so annoying. Oh, I'm small now. Didn't expect that part. Yes, he... Oh boy, no. You done? You done? I'm losing motor control here. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Should be a tank in. Oh no, there's another tank that appears. Yeah, the other tank appears just behind the thing. Come on, where the... There you go. It's gonna cost another 100, right? I am getting a lot more points than I need in this area, but at the same time, like, until I see... Purple, okay. Until I see the last area is open, I don't really have a reason to rush ahead, I don't think. Where the hell is blue? Oh. Because I feel like I'm having a really hard time getting points everywhere, so... I think I should grab points where I can find them. So a nice landmark mission is a good idea, for instance. Oh, shoot, I can actually leave now, no problem. Okay, I accidentally skipped that cutscene like immediately. Let me out. Yeah, okay, the exit is just right here anyway, so... I love how you can just totally skip the actual major landmark that is the objective of the stage. I don't know why they let you do that. I didn't lose it by 30 seconds, did I? No, I did not. Good. That felt reasonably fast to me. Cool. We are getting there, then. We definitely are. Still a little bit of fear of the last stage. But, now... Radio, I don't know, but it's pretty far through the game. All the way up to the Hanging Gardens. All of the speedruns now. Yeah, so just 4 stages to do a speedrun on. Cool. Most of the way there. And then we need to get all the styles in this stage. And I guess true 100% means painting 100% of everything in every stage, but I already got the award for painting stuff in Lake Radio, actually. It shows up, it's just a 75, not 100 on the award screen, but it still seems to count. Because I go to the awards. You can see I'm missing... So here I'm not missing 3, even though I don't have 100 in the top left. I'm only missing 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the 5 I'm missing to get 100% of the awards. I guess. Although it'd be cool to get 100% of all the paint too. On all the stages. True 100%. Anyways. We'll see if we can pull that off someday. The dream will live or die. And we'll continue on it. Alright. See you then! The game's transformed for me. I didn't expect we'd actually have to start thinking about new mechanics so much to get lots of points, but... It's cool. This game's so much more fun this way. Alright, anyways, I've said enough about that. See you then.